I am standing on Red Creek, the bank of Red Creek right now, and I wanted to update on the White River flooding. I'm in Enumclaw on our farm, and we had a lot of damage overnight, so I just wanted to show that. Before I walk up to the top, I'm going to be walking over there and show all the trees that have come down overnight. It was kind of a scary night with hearing the cracking, hearing the dogs bark. It's going to take me about a minute to walk over there, so if you can be patient with me, and anyone who's here, if you can leave some messages of like, are you in Washington and are you affected by the flooding? Right now we're going to take a look at White River and all the trees that have come down overnight on our farm in Enumclaw. This morning we were late getting on because we had to actually disassemble a whole building that was about to fall into the river. So I'm going to show you that as well. What's left of the building anyway. We had to tie off to some trees and tie it around our waist just to make sure we were staying safe, and if debris came down, which they did, there was a giant tree that came down that we went running. But right now we're gonna walk along that bank and show all these trees that are gonna come down. We've lost about 5 or 6, and we have another, I don't know, like 10 that are about to come down overnight. But this is Red Creek, and this all is a beach. Typically, this is actually a grassy meadow. That's White River, Bryce. Yeah, so this is White River, and over the last few hours, the flow actually got increased. I was looking on the flood app to over 12,000, and yeah, we have some pretty big, like, we're not out of it yet. I think people are definitely getting fatigued, but we still have another 7 days of heavy rain, and we just don't know what's going to go on. Anybody here right now, do you just want to drop it in the chat if you're in Washington? I would love to know. Look at this giant tree right here. The other day I accidentally drove over that with my quad. I had no idea that it started to fall, and then I looked up and saw this, and I was like, oh my gosh. So this trail today, after I get off live, I'm gonna get some fiberglass posts and close this whole trail off so our animals don't come over here. And then we're gonna walk all the way down White River, and I'm gonna go show you guys the building that we had to pull apart. Hi, Michelle. Yeah, so again, for anyone just joining, like, over the last few hours even, we've seen trees fall in. We're gonna lose about 10, well, more than 10 trees after this is all done, but we're not through this yet. I just want to give people a quick view. This is White River. standing on our farm in Enumclaw. Oh, Bryce is from Louisiana. Yeah, so you get to see a beautiful foggy Washington day. It's not picking it up on camera, but there's a lot of fog here. But I'm trying to come out and show before the rain hits. So yeah, today when we were taking apart that building, we had to tie off the trees and tie it around our waist, so if any debris came down and knocked us in, it is so uncertain. There's a lot of things that, we still don't know. I'm going to be walking through the forest just because I don't want to walk right here. So if you hear me like shuffling and being noisy, I'm sorry about that. I just want to stay safe, and I want to stay like as far as I can away from the bank, because this is going to go like truly anytime. So if anybody has any questions about the Washington floods, I'm on White River, that's really all I can answer. I'm going to just run by this. Look at that. That's insane. So for context, you guys, this was out like over 8 feet. There was a giant tree here. It's gone. Yeah, so what we have to do in the spring is we're going to have to cut a trail all right here to get access. We've lost access on half of our property all the way down. Yeah, look at that. That was a giant tree right there. That is so sad. Oh, and so for context, the river, so we live 2 miles above a dam. That is a cliff, a drop, like 14 feet. So we live 2 miles above a dam called Mud Mountain Dam. And right now they're sending big releases through. And so our farm is a little bit more hardy in a lot of ways because we have the river and the dam release all the time, whereas we live upstream from a town called Puyallup and Sumner, and they're just getting hammered right now because they're not acclimated from it. That is, yeah, so the next step to go is these 2 massive trees. Over 100 feet for sure. And then this one fell in. Oh, I don't know if you guys just heard that. That was so noisy. I like jumped. It's on the bottom of the river. There's rubble and rocks and trees and logs, debris, all the debris. They are so noisy. It vibrates the ground. So you kind of jump a little bit. Oh, look at that, you guys. You can't see it. It's so scary. This is our walking trail right here. Oh, man. We're going to go around. Look at this huge tree that's going to go. That is insane. So we own a farm in Enumclaw, and we're doing farm updates and everything on the flood, but we definitely have over 150 animals. We've had to evacuate our bigger animals. That used to be a tree right there, and now it's just wide open to the river. That is crazy. So much change. So I'm gonna go walk over and show the building that we took apart. That was one of our ag buildings. Look, that is gonna go anytime. We have wind coming. And then heavy rain. Look at that. That is all gonna fall into the river. It's so big. Like, oh man. Let's see. Walking along White River. We've had some chairs and tables we threw up here when we were getting ready for the flood. This is like an 8-foot hill right there, but our fire pit used to be right there. So, And then we used to have a little deck right there that is washed away. And we have just a bunch of our stuff that we've had to throw over here from, and then the building we took apart today. I'm just gonna go down the hill. So, yep, this building, had to rip it apart because the bank, and those trees are gonna come down, and they could take down more trees coming down the bank. But this is White River, and this is the building that we took down. We had to quit salvaging because we were the river started picking up like so much, so we were trying to get out of here. It's over 12,000 CFS right now. So it is pretty crazy. I'm just gonna be careful, but I wanted to show how intense the rapids are. When we took apart the building, we had to tie off to this tree. It's over 70 feet wide. Look at that rapid. Yeah, so we still have a lot more. If anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer. Look at the fog. You can kind of see it. Somebody said earlier it looks like twilight. It's a twilight day. Like all right there, that's all mist in the river. You not see how those waves that keep coming up, those are like over 3-foot waves. It just, you can't pick it up on the camera, but it is wild. And then it ate away this bank over here. So we're downstream from Mud Mountain Dam, about 2 miles. And we're on the King County side, and then Enumclaw, we're on the Enumclaw side, and that's Buckley right there. So I see your comment. 1981 MRKK. Ridiculous. Okay, wait. While you're here, MRKK, just FYI, this is now closer. And I walked the bank. I don't know if you caught it, but I walked all the way down, and it was like not. It had changed even from this morning, so. Look at that. It looks like I should, well, it's hard to say when you work for yourself. Somebody said, looks like a lot of work. You should pay extra for that. There should be like hazard pay, huh? Yeah. Well, that's not, that's not how it works. Not with you. MRKK is my wife, by the way, so she's just torturing me right now. We're on White River, looking at the Buckley side, right there. 2 miles from the bridge, from the Buckley Bridge, and then 2 miles downstream from the dam, Mud Mountain Dam. And the rapids are picking up. I just walked the whole tree line to show all the trees coming down that have happened overnight. We still have like 6 days of serious rain and wind and just torture for our land. And it's so loud, so you can't hear anything. So if a coyote or something comes up, it's like, it's hard to, it's so loud. Does anybody want to drop in the chat about what state are you from, or if you're in Washington? Gotta go around through the puddles. Oh gosh, I forgot about this tree. It's gonna come down soon. It's a log. Oh my gosh, this tree is starting to go. Oh my goodness. MRKK, do you see this? Do you see this tree starting to go? That's new from like, I don't know, 30 minutes or an hour ago, an hour. Oh, sad. Our deck used to be here. I am being careful. Whoa, sorry. I just, look at all this soot, the sand, the sediment, and then look at this. You cannot see how crazy it looks right now with the fog and everything, but it looks insane. That one is gonna go. We need to set up a camera and catch these trees going. I want to see it. Oh, the brick is gonna go. There's a brick right there. It's almost all the way back to the brick. That's crazy. Wow, just standing here right now, I'm actually like looking that way. It looks so different from this side, like having it cut through like that. And then it looks like earlier this morning, those limbs on that tree, no, sorry, that one back there was touching the water. Now they're even more submerged. You can see these rapids are insane. This is White River in Enumclaw, Washington. Just watching these trees start to go. If anybody has questions, they can put them in the chat. You can see where the water came in because all the leaves are like pushed to the side. Or maybe, no, you know what? This is new sediment right here. Yeah. Yeah. That tree is gonna go very soon. Probably that tree after that. That's wild. I think even just looking this, if MRKK is still in the live, Snapped is the next. That's what I've decided looking at this. That's so sad. Really it is. It's starting to rain a little bit more. All right, go do your real job. Goodbye. I'm gonna walk back this way, except for I hate turning my back to the river because I get really anxious, like debris is gonna come up. We had a tree fall in the river when we were taking the cabin apart, and it was like silent. We thought we'd hear the cracking or anything, and we did not. That is what really scared us. And so we ran, and we missed it. Ugh. Man, we're on White River right now, looking at the floods. We're on White River right now, looking at the floods, and one of our buildings we had to take apart this morning. We're looking at the trees that are working on falling. Oh, you see a log right there? It's crazy. This is White River in Enumclaw, Washington. And we're looking at the flooding on day 7, going into another six or more days of rainfall, wind, flooding, and releases from the dam. We are on a 30-acre farm, and we also have Red Creek on the other side of the property, way over there. Is the river high or lower? This is high. We're in a flood in Washington right now. This is as high as it's gotten since we've been here, and then this one is going to beat out the 2009 flood, so this is very high right now. It's flooding. Over 100,000 people were evacuated in Washington, and we're on the river. A lot is going on, a lot of scary stuff. We have trees just like tipping over. It's behind this tree, falling over. We had to take this building apart to salvage anything. And we have a lot more to go. Trees coming down, the wind, the rain.